Guys, so I recently got this amazing opportunity to travel alone in India for about 12 days, and it was an amazing experience, and that is what I'm going to share here with you, how my first solo trip was. So let's go. Before I start talking about my entire experience, I'm gonna first tell you where I went, because that is like the most important thing. So I first went to Prayagraj. And then from Prayagraj I went to Banaras, which is also known as Varanasi. Then from Banaras, I went back to Prayagraj, and from there I went to Jabalpur. This was my entire trip, and this was in the span of 12 days. This is the journal I wrote everything in. But let's talk about my journal and what all experiences I had from my first solo trip ever. The first solo. The main attraction of Allahabad is the Triveni Sangam, which is so beautiful. Sangam is basically three rivers meeting together, and at Allahabad, Saraswati, Yamuna and Ganga, they three meet, and the water is still there. Imagine rivers with full force coming, and then Allahabad, it's fully still because they all three meet there. It's beautiful. And there's also like two bridges also going. One is a train bridge, one is a highway bridge for roads, for like cars and all that, going through the place. It's called the Yamuna Bridge, and the Sangam, the whole lake is there. It's a beautiful view, and yeah, the pictures, as you can see, they were amazing. I also got this from the Sangam. Let me show you. So this is one of the things I bought from there, which is a really good like thread bracelet. Alright, looks like this on my hand, and this was only 10 rupees, so it was a really good deal. So yeah, this is what it looks like. It's beautiful. Okay, there's this really cool story about the Triveni Sangam. Okay, and let me just wear this also for the video. So guys, at Triveni Sangam, what happened was, I was with one of my friends, and we collectively got scammed so bad, alright. So we went for the boat ride, and he said he would take 150 rupees for the both of us. So that's 75 each, which is a fair deal, because you have to row the boat all the way there, and he would come back for like about 10-15 minutes, which is a pretty good deal. So we would go there, and there's this Baba sitting there, and he doesn't look like those typical Babas. He looks like a young Baba who is there to scam you. He looks like that, and he's like, "Aaj bahut acha din hai, puja kara lo." Okay, he forced us to do this puja there, and we went there, and I was in no mood to do puja, but I don't know, they just convinced you to do it, okay, and they really convinced me to do puja there. Okay, and so I'm like, okay, let's do puja. He said it will take 100 rupees, and I was like, okay, 100 rupees works. Okay, and during the puja, he said something in Sanskrit, and after that he said, now you have to pay. Okay, during the puja, he said you have to pay 200 rupees for each river, and there were 3 rivers there. So 200 into 3, 600 rupees. Basically, we were paying a total of 700 rupees to the guy, and so we were paying a total of 700 rupees to the guy at this point. Okay, it doesn't end here. After that, he said we have to pay separately for the coconut and separately for the milk as well, which we poured in the river. He took 50 rupees for the milk, okay, and he took 100 rupees for the coconut, which he had originally mentioned. So in total, we were paying 750 rupees together. Thankfully, we were together because we could split it into 350 and pay him in. But imagine, he got 750 rupees just like that. And that was my first day in Allahabad where I got scammed. And when you're getting, and it's so weird when you get like, we knew we were getting scammed. We knew we were doing it, but it just happened. Also, one of the things was we were in the middle of the whole Sangam, right? We were in the middle of nowhere. So it was kind of scary that, yeah. We were in the middle of the Sangam and the puja was happening on a boat in the middle of it. So we were also kind of scared. I'm begging you to not get scammed because people there will scam you. They will take money from you. So it's your responsibility to be safe. I learned a really important lesson and I'm gonna try to never get scammed again ever. But guys, please be safe, okay? This is my museum ticket to Anand Bhavan, which is Nehruji's house, like where he used to live. So I have that. I went to that. I also got this postcard from there. This postcard of Nehruji and Indira Gandhi. That is what I got as a souvenir. I had some kachoris from this place, Sulki Lal. And guys, I'm telling you, don't have the kachoris there. I was puking for 3 days straight and I do not recommend it. Unless you have a very strong gut, please don't do it because you will suffer in your trip. So these are the business cards of the pandas basically. If you don't know what a panda is, they are basically these people who keep your entire lineage in these books. And you can just go to them and just say your name, like say your last name and where you're from, and they will tell you who all your ancestors were. And the best part is I also got my name written in that, in those books under my family's name. So I think even you should do that because this is like one of the ways to leave a mark on this world, literally, because your name will be written there, and when your grandchildren go and visit those places, they'll see your name and they'll get really happy, like I got. So I 100% recommend doing that if you get a chance to go to Banaras or Prayagraj. This is one of the fairs there, one of the mela that I went to. This is the parking ticket. Guys, the mela there was really, really good. I mean, I had so much fun, even though I was alone with my dadi, but then we took this Vande Bharat Express train to Banaras. And guys, Vande Bharat is actually a pretty good train, even though it's slightly on the expensive side. But I think it's worth it because you get really good food and it makes up for it. So definitely try Vande Bharat Express as well. Alright, and then when we were in Banaras, we went to the Kashi Vishwanath temple. This is really famous. And being in that place, I can't really explain how I felt because you have to really be there to experience it. I even got dreams for the next 3 days, of being in that place because it was just so powerful, just being in there. I only got to stay in there for 10 seconds because there was so much of rush. Everyone was shouting, that do it fast, do the puja fast, and then go fast. So it was a very hectic experience. But what I felt there was so unique and different. And I got dreams of it for the next 3 days. So you can't experience anything like that anywhere else. This is the hospital. This is what the doctor wrote, like the medicines. Because this is what the doctor wrote. Because I was puking continuously 3-4 times in Banaras. Probably because I drank something or ate something really bad. And it only costed me 30 rupees to be in the place, which is so cheap. I mean, here if you go in Bangalore, you'll I have to pay 500 just to meet the doctor. Here it was only 30 rupees. I also got this ring which says Om on it, and this is how it looks like on my finger. It is so nice. And apparently the shopkeeper who sold me this ring, she was telling me that this is made of camel bone, and she took 50 rupees for it. Usually you get this for like 10-20 rupees, but she took 50 rupees from me because she told me it's made of camel bone. And I don't know how true that is, but I'd like to believe her, because imagine wearing camel bone on your fingers just for 50 rupees. What a deal, right? Okay guys, shout out to Baba Chaat, whose tomato chaat was really good. I mean, it had like dry fruits in it, 500 ml of ghee in this cooler. With this tomato chaat he made, it was really good. I've never ate any chaat like that anywhere else, and he told me it was very famous in Banaras, so I got to have a Banaras delicacy. I also had Banarasi Paan, and if you follow me on Instagram, you have probably already seen me doing it. So follow me on Instagram right now to watch those things before I actually post it on my videos. So yeah, Banarasi Paan, it was like this, I think it's famous because it's just softer in general, and yeah, it was not bad. It was I mean, you get the same kind of paan in Bangalore as well, but I think the leaf there was just softer, and it stays in your mouth for a less amount of time because it dissolves faster. Other than that, it wasn't really special, but it was like a normal paan that you get here as well. Also, most of the people who sell paan here in Bangalore, they're also like North Indian immigrants who come from there. So I think that's why the taste doesn't really make a difference, because it's the same people making the paan, right?
ओ खई के पान बनारस वाला, ओ खई के पान बनारस वाला, खुल जाए बंद अकल का ताला, ओ खई के.
Guys, oh my god, I got to see the Ganga Aarti. And if you know about Banaras, you know that's like one of the best places. It's like one of the best things to do there, because it's like a concert. It's like a Taylor Swift concert, but 100 times better. Even though I've never been to a Taylor Swift concert, so many people are gathered around. Okay, they'll be happening Aarti in this place. People will be on the ground and on the water as well, on boats. There'll be 5-6 boats going on the other side, and there'll be towers in which there'll be towers where people will be standing, and I was so lucky to be in one of those towers. And to enter those towers, you have to pay an entry fee of 200 rupees, which is really expensive, but trust me guys, it was so worth it, because I got to go at the top, and the view, oh my god, the view was like, I can show you videos of it, but it won't be fair to just show the videos. You have to really be in the place and experience it for yourself. Like, it made me so emotional seeing so many people gathered at one place just to watch the Ganga Aarti, guys. The Ganga Aarti, my god, that was the best part of the whole trip, of the whole 12-day trip, and I will never forget it. I will never forget it.
कृपा
tickets I bought for Mangla Aarti, which is this famous Aarti at the Kashi Vishwanath temple that happens at 3 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so I had to get up at 2 and go. And it costed me 1,000 rupees, this ticket, just to enter. It's 1,000 rupees just to enter, so not everyone can afford it there. And unfortunately, I was so tired the whole day, and that after booking it, I couldn't go for it. So it was like a waste of $1,000 because you can't redeem it for a later date. I think I kind of regret it because I would have experienced something really cool, but it's fine. We all have regrets, right? Okay, I also went to the Temple of Death, the Kal Bhairav Mandir. And it wasn't as great as the Kashi Vishwanath temple, but I got something, and let me just show it for you. So yeah, I got this this bracelet from the Kal Bhairav Mandir. They sell it right outside the mandir. And look, so these are like skulls, small skulls, okay, with like this beads. And don't worry, this is not real bone. This is just real. This is just stone. This is not real bone. This is real bone according to the shopkeeper, but this is just stone. And I don't know. Most of these shopkeepers, they just say things that really don't make sense. Like he was saying before, this thing used to be made out of real bones, but the government banned it, and that's so hard to believe. But I think they just say it to sell the product. But I mean, if it's true, it's really cool. I also got this from from their shops outside the Kashi Vishwanath temple, and it's amazing. Like the street is really cool, and this is one of the things I bought. It says Mahakal. Yeah. So this is also something I got from there. All right. Okay, so there are many mandirs in Banaras because it's one of the holiest city in India, and we went to this we went to this really famous mandir called Tulsidas Mandir. It has these there's no videography allowed, that's why I don't have any pictures from there, but they just have these puppets moving there. Okay, but that's not the point. The point is, where you keep your shoe, they give you this coupon, and I stole one of the shoe coupons from there. Look. So I stole this from there, okay, just to stick it on this and to have like a memory, you know, that I stole something. I know it's a small thing to steal, but I just did. And then coming back from Vande Bharat, IRCTC, the food, man, oh my god, the food in the Vande Bharat Express was so good. Yeah, so that was my Kashi Vishwanath trip. This is one of the magazines that we got for free, and I just stuck it here. So I traveled from Prayagraj to Jabalpur by bus, which is like a 8-hour bus ride, and it was so long. I was just reading books. This is the travel agency that I traveled in, Sri Tara Travels, and it was a good experience. I met really cool people there. But that's for another video, you know. I'll make a separate video on the people I met on this trip, because that deserves its own video, because that was like one of the main things, you know, meeting the new people there. So guys, Jabalpur, man, what an amazing place. The main attraction of Jabalpur is the Bhede Ghat, which is this. So basically, Namrata river flows through Jabalpur, okay, and that is what it is famous for. And there is this now, and at Bhede Ghat, which is one of the most famous ghats in Jabalpur, there's a ropeway there. Alright, this ropeway. So I was in one of these, and they take you over, and the river will be flowing here. Just imagine a river here, and they'll take you above from the lake, above from the river. So it's a very nice view you get of the entire river flowing. Also, there are many marble stones there, alright. So those marble stones, it's like it kind of blocks the river. So what happens is, like, the stone will be here and the river will be flowing, so it creates a waterfall, like a very small waterfall, but there's a waterfall there, and it's really beautiful. It's a very beautiful view, especially from the top and even from the side. Both are different perspectives and really beautiful. And since that's everything is a marble rock, it's very famous for marble works as well. So artists and craftsmen stay there, and they have these small stalls right around the ghat where they sell these marble like statues, shivlings and all that. And I got this small tortoise which is really cute from there. Okay, it's just really small one. This was around like 30 rupees, which is a pretty good deal. Well crafted it is, and 30 rupees is a good deal honestly for this kind of work. So it's made of marble from Prayagraj itself, that way. And then that is another bus agency I used to come back to Prayagraj. Okay, that is also called Mahakal. Okay, now the most favorite part of my trip. So what I do is I wait for the plane, like when the plane lands, right? So I'm talking about my return back to Bangalore from Prayagraj. When the plane lands, everyone is in a hurry to go and like just leave the plane. But what I do is I wait throughout the entire plane ride till the end when everyone has left, and I go towards the cockpit and to meet the pilot. And I've only done this twice, and both the times the pilot has met me and we had that amazing conversation. It is all written in this book, what all we talked about. But so one of the pilots named Aman Bum, who's really famous, he wrote this really nice note for me. I'm gonna show it to you. Alright. And this was really wholesome, I felt. So yeah, that is also a really good memory I have from the trip. You know, I got to meet the pilot and he wrote a note for me. So yeah. So that brings an end to our trip. There is so much more in this book that I have not discussed in this video, because I think some things you should just keep to yourself. I know I'm selfish, but that's that. Alright. Let me just show you this another painting I made at 3 a.m. So the thing is, I had coffee in the evening and I couldn't sleep. So I just drew this on one of the days. The first solo. The plane flying through the clouds. Alright guys, that was my video. That's it from my end today. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope I can travel more to make more videos like this. And yeah. Thank you so much for watching guys. I'll see you in the next one.